Welcome back. If you want to ask a question about diabetes, the number to call is 0808-054-2233. Again, that's 0808-054-2233. You can also tweet at CTV_Mary A. Now, we're talking about delaying the onset or preventing diabetes. Yes. This is the question I want to ask you. When you say delay, can this person live and be old enough to die of old age rather than diabetic complications?
Well, the truth in life, there are no guarantees about anything. No total guarantees, but it's been proven, studies, large-scale studies have shown that when you institute lifestyle changes, and for people who are at risk of, just in the general populace, people who have some of these risk factors, then they don't even develop diabetes, or sometimes, as you said, there's a delay. But we talk about prevention all the time, and it's all about lifestyle. All about lifestyle.
Have you always been preaching prevention? You know, because the impression people had was, oh, this person is going to be diabetic anyway. Her mother is diabetic, her dad is diabetic. All she can do is try and live the best life she can, you know. But you're talking prevention. Let's quickly take this call before we continue. Hello.
Yes,
hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your question?
Yeah, my name is Okraft from I want to find out from some people are saying if you take enough water early in the morning or daily, it will help you. And secondly, this scent leaf and bitter leaf, is it helpful for human beings? Why I'm asking this question because sometimes you have already said this donut and the mineral is part of the contributing factor for this. So what type of food do you think you can tell the new generation to be taking in order not to get such?
Excuse me.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Okay, Okafor is saying, does water help?
Well, we encourage everybody to drink water. So it's not as if drinking water is healthy, but it's not as if it's going to prevent having diabetes. Of course, if you're drinking water, you are doing away with the soft drink. So good enough. Now, the second question was about scent leaf and bitter leaf.
Whether that helps.
Whether that helps. Now, I will go a little into some research that was done by a colleague of mine. He worked on rats. He rendered, his name is Professor Oshinubi in Luth. He rendered rats diabetic, and there were two sets of rats, the diabetic rats. He gave some the usual glucose-lowering drugs, and he gave some of these rats bitter leaf.
Okay.
And at the end of the day, he found that the blood glucose lowering was comparable in both groups of rats. So truth is, the bitter leaf has some glucose lowering effect. How much of it, we don't know. But bitter leaf on its own is a good source of vitamins. It's a vegetable. So we say, if you're eating, taking bitter leaf in your soup, take it like the regular quantity you put in your food. Not that you take a drum load of bitter leaf and say this will cure diabetes. I would say it's just an adjunct.
But you know that is an argument for taking vegetables, isn't it?
Yes. But that is not to say anybody with diabetes, because I want to pass the right message, it's not to say stand alone, you take bitter leaf, your blood glucose is going to go.
Okay.
Bitter leaf is healthy, and as I said, you can take it as an adjunct when you're using your diabetic medicine, but don't go taking a drum load of bitter leaf.
What is your counsel about sugar?
Well, first of all, we state here that I started by saying diabetes, and you said so that is when the blood glucose is too high, meaning blood glucose should be within a certain range in the body. So we need some glucose in the body. Yes. So it doesn't mean as people living without diabetes, we should be totally off sugar, because this sugar you call is actually glucose. When we eat, our food is broken down into glucose. But you see, we should take sugar in moderation. It's not a no, like don't take like just like the soft drinks. We wouldn't say don't take it for people who have diabetes, because when they have low blood glucose and there's no food available, they need to take that to raise their blood glucose up, because low blood glucose is a quicker route to the mortuary than high blood glucose.
Now I'm hearing some contradiction here. Blood glucose is high for somebody who is diabetic.
Yes.
When do they now get low blood glucose? Does it mean that they have to keep monitoring themselves? Is it a seesaw kind of thing?
Well, it's not a seesaw kind of thing. Not, but they need to monitor themselves. We encourage them to do self-monitoring, and we give them targets depending on their age and what they do. We could say this is the range within which you should keep your